solve log base 4 of x squared equals log base 4 of 64 minus log base 4 of 4. Now, one thing we could do, if you wanted to use your technology, is you can always solve by saying the left side's f1 of the equation, the right side on the right of the equal sign that is f2. You could graph both of these and look for their intersection. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to use algebra here. If we want to go back and save or check it, we can do that at the end. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm just going to solve this side. This means 4 to what power equals 64, because this is log base 4 to the number of 64. We need to know the power. So 4 to what power gives me 64? Well, if you think about it, and we just start dividing this thing by 64, I use upside down division. 4 goes into 64 16 times, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. There's 3 4s there. So that means 4 to the third equals 64, or you could say that x equals 3. So this right here is 3. Now I'll evaluate this logarithm as well. So let me put this over here at log 4x squared equals 3 minus, and we come over here, and I'm also, you know what I'm going to do here to make this simpler, is I'm going to, this 2, we're going to move it up front and make it easier later on. So I'll have 2 log base 4 of x equals 3 minus, now this right here says 4 to what power gives me 4? Answer is 1. So x would equal 1 there. This is 1. So we have 3 minus 1, which is equal to 2. You can divide both sides by 2. Now, so we'll go divide this by 2, divide this by 2. So this says log base 4 of x equals 1. That means 4 to the first power equals x, or you could say x equals 4. So that's our answer here, our solution. Now, if I wanted to check my answer, again, just the way I said from the start, go to your graph, and the first equation, we'll do log base 4 the x squared, whoops, x squared, there it is, and that's all going to equal, it was log 4 of 64 minus log 4 of 4. And we look for our answers here, and it seems to me there's 2 solutions. When I do this intersection, I should have this one, which we see the x is 4, and if I did over here, analyze intersection, I would see that negative 4 is also a solution. So it appears that there are 2 solutions here to this. Now we need to ask ourselves, can I have a negative logarithm? Because that will throw off the problem. The answer is on this one that though it looks good when you move the 2 over, if this is not in, like if it's in this form, you cannot have a negative logarithm here. That would be impossible. So we're actually going to say that that negative 4, I would treat it as extraneous. It just depends on how you view this. If you view it like this, then you could have a negative 4. However, if this logarithm is evaluated like that, then it could not. It would not work that way. So it just kind of depends on how you treat this. From this stage, it was impossible for that to happen. But if that x squared is inside the parentheses like I drew it, then it actually would tend to work. And so you could have your answer that way.